Or just waiting, I think, for a fan to be seated. Just comes up short on that smash.
Low 15.
By the way, just to let you know, Alberto Garcia, it's Alberto Garcia Trabanco. That's those two surnames in Spanish, just causing me a moment of confusion. I think, hang on a second.
We were speaking to Pete before the game, a pro player who commentates on the Spanish live feed, and saying that Alberto Garcia, you know, he's a big hitter, but sometimes when when you're playing on a slow court, you need to adapt your style to adapt, to the climate, to the court, to the pace of the court.
Like a younger.
And you always he always goes for the big hit, but that one's come off well.
Yeah, like a younger John Sand, perhaps, who's now learned his shot selection a bit more. So this should be, I think it's going to be rapid fire. From Gijón on the north coast of Spain.
Beautiful city.
I've not actually been there, actually.
I don't believe you.
Oh, no, I've been to Oviedo, I've been to Gijón.
Gijón and Oviedo, both from Asturias, on that north coast where PPL will be later on in July, just slightly further east in San Sebastián.
Fabio.
Still only 19 years old, of course, Alberto Garcia.
Bouncing on the floodlight. There's that superstition. Want that ball. Got my security guard searching for the ball.
Oops.
And I'm not going to continue until I have that ball. There you go.
Josh, you're curious. I've not been paid to be a ball boy. Well, there goes the first game held by Alberto Garcia.
First game.
Well, they'll be pretty happy with that. Starting off holding your serves. Always very, very positive. They're coached by Diego Pezzoni, former world #1.
Alex Chozas
to serve.
Fifteen love.
So obviously Chozas facing his former team. Not necessarily his former teammates, but his former team.
Former team.
30 low.
Wow.
40 low.
Again, so
Sunday was Stingray. One game
served
all.
out to low very quickly.
Always good if you can have a love service game. We've seen so many breaks. I've lost count. I was keeping track. But after that previous women's doubles game, we had 5 breaks in, was it the first 6 games?
Along those lines, yeah. Okay, Evanchu Ramirez, 23 years old. 1m77.
Fifteen love. Evancho Ramirez to serve.
Really good call. Took over the point.
Very low.
Corsa on the strong side. Using that big left-handed smash to win the point outright. Oh, they're not too sure. In or out? It was tight.
I saw it.
And there the umpire saying, because what they do here often is they allow the players
To decide, yeah.
to kind of, you know, make the call. If not, the umpire will intervene.
Well played.
40 love.
Just moved inside there. The Bautista just opened up nicely for
Game
Evanchu.
15
And another
balls.
game served out to love.
2 games to 1.
2-1 to Evanchu and Alberto Garcia. Everything going with serve so far.
Just 6 minutes gone. Already 3 games. With a good tempo to this match.
I think that's what we expected, wasn't it? Quite a bit of rapid fire paddle in this one. Great opportunity for the youngster, isn't it? Just 19 years old, chance to come over playing the Pro Padel League.
Oh, it's a great experience playing abroad, traveling, different culture, different climate, massive event. A lot of players missed out on last season's PPL. Quick to sign up for this new campaign, of course. There are 10 franchises. 8 are based here in the US, 1 team from Canada, and also another club from Mexico.
Cancun, who did pretty well yesterday and who we'll see again tonight. Taking on, in fact, it will be Mexico against Canada.
Jairo Bautista to serve.
That's gone long.
15 love. Red. Second service.
I don't think...
Oh, hit that fence, that's so unlucky.
And second time lucky for Bautista. I don't think anyone other than maybe Alberto Garcia would have got to that first one. But as you say, just unlucky that it set up for Chozas.
Love.
And another serve. Is that the last
Games,
service games up to love?
Yeah, they're serving really well. It's a big opposite of what we've seen earlier today.
Because sometimes it is really hard to make your serve dominant. It's harder in paddle to make the serve dominant than in tennis, for example. It gives you an advantage, but... Okay. It's a bit flatter. Well, he put his body on the line,
Love 15.
but love 15.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's not a good throw.
No, but he... Good attempt. Because he had to pick out the ball early. He said, I don't think I can reach. And he handed it to somebody else to throw back onto court. And he said, look, told you I couldn't reach.
Man's a net, someone who never played baseball. Great bajada.
Yeah, that was really powerful. I mean, there's not much you can do as soon as your racket's there.
Maybe just a little close in there, Bautista, but...
It's tough to kind of soften, you know, take the pace off the shot and get it back in court. Just pings off your racket. Especially if your racket's facing slightly upwards. But if it's facing downwards,
it's going to go into the net. A little bit disappointed with that one, 30-15. And not getting that one.
Tremendous.
40-15.
Oh, another wonderful hit.
Well, the Hee-Haw cannonball,
That's
that's what Peter called him anyhow. I'm not sure if
Hee-Haw
that's it.
cannonball.
Yeah, or the Hee-Haw cannon. Canyon de Hee-Haw.
Canyon, the cannon. (3-2) with serve in this opening set. Alex Chozas, his turn to serve his return. Highlight from the previous game, a couple of big winners. You can see though the way that backhand volley and approaches the net, really good approach volley, and then he was in a great position to get over the ball, hit it down, up and over that 4-meter back wall.
Yeah, nobody's looked in trouble on the serve at all, have they? Okay, it's Alex Chozas to serve. Great return as well. Would he have been better maybe letting that one hit the back?
Yes, but sometimes you're kind of
Yeah.
flat-footed, and it's like, I don't have the momentum to, if I let it pass me, I'm not moving in the right direction. I need to hit it first time.
Love 30, straight away.
Were we saying that everyone was serving really well?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Nice.
that was wicked. The spin that took, that's such a difficult shot to mastermind.
Love 40. Looks like could my prediction come true?
What was your prediction, Paul?
I actually, only to be contrary, I'd
Did
said,
you?
Yeah, I did.
No.
I did.
Danny just sent a message saying that everything has been documented. There's an archive with all our predictions. So we'll find out. We will find out, Paul.
Bring it up in court.
I think you maybe did. Was that when you kind of said, "Oh, just to be different"?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Not because I actually.
No, you did. You did.
Thought they were going to be favourites.
I remember.
You look at rankings and previous performances, and logic tells you.
Oh, so your market research.
My market research tells me that probably Chozas and
Mr. Bautista
should be favourites, but at the moment, 4-2 down, a break down, 15 love down in this game.
Boom.
Whack.
Yes. That is, I mean...
Very low.
You can see, he's loosened up. You know, the technique is great. He's also, you know, he's a tall player.
Yeah.
He's athletic. His movement is very good. He gets into the right place at the right time. His positioning is very good. Topspin. From back there. Wow. I mean, that... There are very few players. Cuello is one of the few players. Tapia, another player who is confident from taking those smashes so deep.
I actually thought he'd let it bounce. Once again, he's ways behind that line, isn't he? 40-15.
40-15.
Just in. Wow. Came across a long way there, did Alberto Garcia.
5 games to
I thought he was left him exposed, but once again, Ivanchu.
So far, not a happy meeting against his former club for Alex Chozas.
Well, they've got to be delighted with the way things are going at the moment. Tremendous start to this set by the Volts, who are very much shocking their rivals.
Do you know what? No comment.
I'm not going to use it again.
No comment. I'll let everybody write in and complain.
At the moment, it's 20,000 volts. Tremendous stuff.
Have you said they've been stung yet, or are you saving that for later?
No, not yet.
No, that's for later.
That will be if the Stingrays win.
Okay. Have you said big shock? Yep. Okay. I'll start jotting these down.
Anyhow, we're back on court. Just a game away from claiming the first set in. So far, I think we've had.
It's been. I think a lot of the men's doubles.
We're not at 20.
Been really quick.
We're not at 20 minutes yet.
Still no men's doubles set has been won by a scoreline less than 6-2.
15 love.
Bautista serving. Nicely angled. Whoa, yeah, and it just hits that stanchion as well.
All.
18 minutes on the clock.
7 games, including you know, a couple of pit stops, 2-minute breaks between games 3, 5, and just now 7.
Bautista unleashes that one.
15.
$40-15.
40-15.
And game.
Game San Diego Stingray. Houston Bulls lead 5-3.
I don't think I've ever seen a match with 8 games completed in the first 19 minutes. Okay, serving for the set, Alberto Garcia.
Red, second service.
Got a very good serve. He's quite tall. Now the ball can't be struck over waist.
But it
high,
gives him
so
enough,
the
his
taller-
waist's quite high.
Yeah, the taller you are, you do have a bit of a benefit. Same as in tennis as well. You know, some of the taller players have an advantage when it comes to serve. It's not the same advantage in paddle as it is in tennis. So it's definitely more noticeable.
Stingrays getting behind the players after that shot. Bautista once again giving his rivals no option. Fancies chances on this one as well. Love 30.
Love 30.
Is this game going to be the turning point, perhaps? Just where the little, slightly more experienced players get a grip. Big test here now for Garcia. So far, he's been serving really well, winning his points.
Very clever.
Really well played.
Very clever.
15-30.
That's done long though.
15-40.
Didn't really give him much chance to rebound off the net, or the little flick off the net. Could only just keep it alive, and that left him wide open.
Net, first service.
See how far you need to bend your knees just to get over the ball. That's a brilliant.
That's a really good one, controlled. Once again, he goes for it.
Whoa, that was outrageous.
30-40.
Has no right to win the point
No.
from back there.
And the big question is getting your balance right when you hit it, but I think his height there is an advantage.
Red, first service.
Very clever,
Put away.
very clever.
Really good shots and such an important one too.
Even-
Broken back.
Evens out the break.
Houston Bulls leads 5-4. New balls, please.
Igualmente yo creo tipo de saque hay que tirarlo como que vaya pasando, que se vaya muriendo, ¿sabes? ¿Me entiendes? No a terminar el saque, pero que se vaya, porque ahí...
Sí, para que no se la jueguen ellos. Tener cuidado porque el juego se lo restan, que se lo van a jugar.
Look at that last point from the above angle. Just moving to his left, Alberto Garcia, and it's really clever from Jairo.
It's difficult not to sit back, not just enjoy the paddle, but the music, the ambience, the lighting, the venue. We'll be able to enjoy the city also on Monday.
Perhaps.
Definitely. Great place this. Great venue to start the 2025 Pro Padel League. I'm really excited, all the venues.
Yeah,
This season,
absolutely.
Paul.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to going to Donosti, to San Sebastian.
PPR taking this paddle to Mexico, to Spain this year.
Alex Chozas to serve with new balls.
Hopefully it's the start of global expansion.
Chozas to serve to make it 5-all.
15 love.
Went very close to the ceiling. 30 love.
30 love.
30-15.
30-15.
Just got a message from Pete saying it's going to be 7-5, 6-1.
Do you know, I was just thinking, no, I'm not going to say who to, but I was just thinking that if Bautista and Chozas come back and win this first set, I would back them to win the second. Because they're just like, it's like they've controlled the early impetus, isn't
They've
it?
tied it at 5-5.
Yeah, they've controlled that early impetus from the youngsters, from Ivancho and Alberto Garcia, right back into this now. But they still have to win the first set, though.
And the mistake.
Love 15.
Garcia. Now, Garcia doesn't have the big game experience.
Love 30.
The moment that the momentum does look to have swung in favour of Bautista and Chozas.
Spooned over that.
It's just gone
out.
wide.
15-30.
15-30.
Hadn't made a mistake, Bautista, the last 3 games. Not more consistent.
Well recovered. 30-all.
30-all.
Oh, we'll soon find out if Pete's prediction is correct.
I've got the phone in my hand. I'm going to be messaging Pete as soon as Ivancho and Alberto Garcia win this service game.
Controlled that one. I thought he would have.
Or maybe not.
30-40.
2 break points.
Brilliant. Bautista doesn't touch the net.
Oh,
But Chozas, so reliable.
Golden point.
Deuce. Golden point.
It's a great point as well.
Look at that. Just managed to stop himself.
Jairo Bautista to
It's
receive.
going to be Bautista to receive.
Plenty of reputations on the line on this point.
Well, I'm going to be writing to Pete.
And it's Pete who lies in tatters. So the worst that can happen to Garcia and Ivan Ramirez is a tie-break in this first set. Done well, they did well there because they were under a lot of pressure and just kept cool.
Credit to the youngsters, I have to say. When it comes to those kind of latter stages in a set where there's pressure, I think there's even more pressure because it's a team event. It's true they were getting the support from a large group of owners, players, coaching staff, physios. I mean, quite a few people have travelled with the Stingrays here, but they were very vocal. And they, you know, they had a bit of a rough patch, a couple of poor games, a few unforced errors, but they're going to come back out onto court in a very good position.
Yep.
One game away from taking the first set.
Nothing to lose. Big hitters with nothing to lose, so let's see what happens.
Tie.
Time's up. So big game.
Please record, please.
It's always, I think it's always difficult serving when the best that you can hope for, even if you win, is a tie break. It's sort of frustrating.
But again, you kind of carry that momentum of forcing a
15
tie break.
round.
You know, you force that tie break. And to be honest, it's actually better if your opponents have like a set point and you win that point. And suddenly, you know, you carry that momentum into the tie break. And to lean back, arches back. That was a brilliant shot, but he's out of position.
Yeah.
Oh, deft touch.
Clever play.
Chozas.
Clever play
Very
from
well.
Alex Chozas there.
But Garcia did really well. I mean, he's quick.
Let's have a look again. He's well positioned as well, isn't he? And then maybe just there his height maybe went against him.
Different things though. It bounced high, didn't it?
Yeah.
But did really well to get there, keep it alive. Just in.
Chips off the net.
Oh, that just clipped.
As it was
30-15.
Bautista.
I think he might have been in trouble anyhow because it was aimed at that stanchion.
One of
but
those ones though, it's difficult to get out the way.
Yeah. 40-15.
40-15, so
Will
it's
be
1
disappointed.
point away
with
from a
Anchu.
tie break.
It was a forehand, simple shot
Certainly tired
down
shot.
the middle. But also when you get to these latter stages of a set, sometimes the pressure's so much that the ball's heavier, the racket
Game.
feels heavier.
Stingrays.
That one's gone.
6 games.
Don't
That's
think
not
it-
coming back.
Don't think I'm going to
Tie
use that ball again,
That's not
actually.
coming
It's
back.
gone a long way. Okay, tie break. Once again, same scoring as in tennis.
It's like when you play any sport. When you play basketball, you can be really hot from deep, and then you start missing shots, and that hoop becomes smaller and smaller. And when you're on fire, it becomes bigger and bigger. Here, the same as in paddle. That racket sometimes just becomes heavier. And of course, it's all a mental aspect.
1-0 Houston.
Holds his serve. Alex Chozas. Ooh, I felt that.
That
1-1.
that's going to sting.
There's the ball back. Well done.
1 game all.
Probably got the brand of the ball tattooed.
Head on his leg or something.
That was
2-1,
difficult. It was
yeah.
low,
2-1,
slightly
2-0.
behind him. That ground shot.
Okay, Ivan Ramirez. 2-1 down. So far, everything going with serve in this tiebreak. Wow, well played. Down to feet. I think maybe a couple of times he's been caught out Bautista, hasn't he? Coming in a little bit, maybe a little bit early. Oh, once again, did he think he was he
difficult.
expecting the smash?
He's actually very tall as well, and obviously you're not sleet of foot like maybe a Chingotto, for example. And they are aiming quite a few smashes down at his feet.
Oh,
Incredible smash.
Once again, from deep, deep, deep. I wonder if we get another look at that one, and we'll see how deep it was.
I thought Bautista might get there. I think he lost, which is...
Just lost his bearings, didn't
yeah,
he?
just lost sight of the ball.
Just need your spatial
He
awareness.
could have stretched further, but he wasn't too short. But what a tremendous smash.
So Bautista, 3-2 down in the tiebreak. Yeah, woof. I think there was, they let that one go, and there was just a little moment there you could see between both of them where they sort of said, "Oi, is that going in?" And it didn't, fortunately. 3-all.
Oh, this is perfectly poised. Exciting opening set, which has, you know, there's been back and forth, back and forth.
That's that last smash again. He's behind the service
Yes,
line.
I mean, it's amazing technique and also confidence, because we're in a tie break. They're still, you know, not scared to go for those big winners, because that was a shot he needed to win outright.
Everything going with serve so far. It's getting to that moment now where any mistake can be fatal in the set.
Hold.
Whoa, 4-all.
4-all.
Seeing Chozas missed 3 of those. Tie break on one of each of the previous 2 games. Which, you know, for a player like Chozas is a simple volley.
Yep.
A metre, half a metre away from the net. Should be bread and butter.
Ooh. Deals with that one quite well. Good covering there by
There's the call.
Ramirez.
That was unlucky. That was unlucky.
Kicked up nasty off
Yeah,
the
it
side
was,
of the glass, didn't he?
Houston.
And they've turned things around, Garcia and Ivanchu.
Yep. Bit more controlled, the play, but it was a nasty one that to deal with, wasn't it, though? He just got bounced up, went really close in. Once again, massive pressure on the serve, and that is
Chozas again.
it's that first mistake. So we have set points. 2 set points.
That is a brave smash.
6-5, Houston.
I think there was a bit of frustration there. And we're just looking at Alberto Garcia, who, as he raced off court, caught his playing hand
Just on the
gateway.
Looks like he's okay, though.
Time.
I think there's a
No, just put the ball
yeah,
down.
there's a bit of a scratch there. See, he's just checking his fingers. All still there.
Still a set point. And that is
No.
it's not. Oh my word!
Bautista
6-all.
with a quite incredible shot. Now he's tall, but still full stretch.
Just got the tiniest of touch on it.
Grazed the top of the racket. And 6-6, 6-6. First tie break. That is going further than 7 points at this Miami Pro Padel League inaugural event for 2025.
Remember, like just as in tennis, you have to be 2 points.
2 points,
to
2 points to good. And the way, I mean, it was very tight throughout. With serve, a break, then you've been broken back.
Mm-hmm.
And credit to Chozas with a huge smash.
Was he just getting a
They
little?
were set point down.
Just getting a little
I think
bit of
there's a
treatment.
little cut. It's nothing serious, but there is actually a rule that you cannot play if you are bleeding. Now,
Makes sense,
if
really.
it is a serious injury, and it's his playing hand, and the problem is when you stop, that's when the pain starts. Now, I think the best thing to do is a physio just comes, that magic spray, because, I mean, there might be some swelling. Now, it's not blood loss, it's nothing serious.
Is it a cut or just a knock?
No, it's a bit of a knock and a graze. He banged his hand as he was racing off court. And of course, it's his playing hand. You can see it's painful, keeps checking on it. He's okay to continue now. If it was a serious cut, then the game is stopped. This isn't a serious cut, but after the game is finished, you'll have to wait and see if he can recover in time because of the swelling.
There is an extensive Pro Padel League rules chapters on medical.
You can have a break, a physio could come on, the umpire could call time.
You're only allowed one physio treatment. But it depends, doesn't it, though? If something like a cut.
Yeah, the umpire can grant another.
Little bit of discretion.
Yeah, break. Now, you can see there's a cut by the knuckle. Now, the finger, hopefully there's no fracture, there's nothing broken.
You don't want
they might want to strap.
You don't want it to swell, though, because otherwise you won't be able to close your fist on the racket.
You might want to strap a couple of fingers together just to protect the damaged finger. And then, of course, following today, he checked out, back in the locker room, and they'll have to decide whether or not he can continue. Now, they do have other options on the bench. Of course, you can't replace a player during the course of a game, but should they need another player to step in for their next
which is why you have your rosters.
Maxi Sanchez, the captain, former world #1. What a bad option. Look, there we are. You see the two cuts.
Ooh.
One on the knuckle, and there's one on the inside of the finger.
That's quite nasty, actually. It's taking a bit of skin off.
But hopefully, there's nothing broken, nothing fractured. And also now, it's for the players, it's 6-6-6-6. This pause, you've got to focus. You've got to go back out on court and straight away you're in the middle of a tie break.
Breaks the rhythm, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's some swelling now as well. Already it's starting to swell. Now he's a left-handed player. Yeah, starting to swell. He might be able to play on, but that injury will be a lot worse come tomorrow.
That's very unfortunate.
He was playing so well. And that's what we did say. It's so difficult.
Which is why you shouldn't try that at home,
it's
to be
so
brutally
difficult
honest.
to squeeze your body out of the gateway, avoid the net and the post, and also avoid the frame. And you can see they're just quickly checking on that playing hand, the youngster. So the game momentarily paused as the team physio checks on Garcia. Evanchu trying to stay fit. Bautista and Chozas have just heard the umpire call time. So they have two options. Volts either forfeit or they continue playing.
I don't think you forfeit, do you?
I don't think you forfeit, but the only issue is, can he play if it's an injury to his playing hand? Now, what do you try and do? If you can't physically play because there's an injury to your hand, you might try and at least take the set. It's a tie break. You only need 2 points. If you can try and win these 2 points, at least you take the set. Then you might forfeit the game. But one set
3 minutes
is a point. in the sense that it's that percentage that could help you qualify, and the difference maybe between picking up more points for that final group standing. It's a massive disappointment. It was a really entertaining game.
Hopefully it won't affect us.
But it will. I mean, obviously,
it's going to affect his grip. That
if he's taking so long, they're patching up that hand. You can see.
I think it's his
clearly
I think
the
it's
swelling.
the top of his hand that's
But it's
going to be the
swelling.
problem.
It's two fingers. It's the knuckle area. You know, that when it comes to smashing that grip, every single time he hits the ball, he's going to feel it, and it's going to get worse and worse.
One moment, I have found the part of the rules.
Go, all yours.
Pertaining, I've got to put my glasses on first. Hang on, my reading glasses. Bear with me. Shine a mobile light.
There we are.
Hey, thank you.
Cameras, light, action.
Okay, in the case of injury or a treatable medical condition, the player will be granted 1 3-minute break for treatment, which may be repeated in the following 2 changes of side, but within the regulation time. If the injury is during the change of side, the player may receive medical attention of the aforementioned 3 minutes and may repeat the process during the following 2 changes, but within the regulation time. Have you got that clear? Medical attention will only be given once to each player and may not be ceded to their companion in case of an accident as an indirect result of the game, but which affects one of the players. The umpire may use their discretion to grant a period of time for treatment not in excess of 15 minutes.
Which is what we just had now.
Certainly wasn't in excess of 15 minutes.
Back underway.
All of a sudden, this set has turned into...
7-6.
Yeah, it's difficult now because the momentum's been lost. Of course, you've got a player who won't be at 100%.
And we've got another set point, but going the other way, this time for Bautista and Chozas. It looks as if he's all right. Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
Excellent point. What a pickup. Superb.
Oh, fantastic defense.
What a way to salvage a set point.
7-all.
Seven all in this tiebreak. Oh, he gets it over.
Double bounce. Or you can see again, so unlucky Alberto Garcia, he just hit his hand against the glass wall.
Yeah.
The same injured hand.
Murphy's Law, that, isn't it? So another set point to defend. And another set point, well defended.
Saved.
So we've had 1 set point for Ramirez.
This is going to turn into a super tiebreak. It's not a super tiebreak because obviously it's the first tiebreak, first set.
Well, it is going to go to 10 points, though.
But it's going to go as far
At
as a
least.
super tiebreak. At least as far, maybe even further. 8-all. That was just long. Bautista was in the right place, right time, but I think he looked up into the spotlight and just, because he seemed to just lose his bearings. Now that shot needed to be into the net, not back onto his side of the court.
So, set point for Ramirez, and Garcia gets it over.
Scurries across, lovely pick up, and again. Way
9-all.
too much power on that smash.
9-all.
This is never ending.
And we thought the set was going to be over in 25 minutes.
It looked like it was. I mean, there's another change of ends.
To be fair, Ivan Ramirez looks as young as... idea there is I'm getting out of the way of that one. Quite wisely.
Time.
Okay, Chozas serving 9-9. Aye, slightly careless shot, 10-9 or 9-10. Ivan Ramirez. It's just the third or fourth set point that Bautista and Chozas have had. Oh, if you're going to win it.
Incredible.
Well, absolutely nothing you could do with that. Maybe he was just a little carried away there, Alberto Garcia.
Now, Garcia is going to have that hand checked out again. If needed, he would get another 3 minutes with the physio as we see that set point again.
Well, I think that angle shows it perfectly.
Chozas.
Well, to be fair, that's a really good shot because he's sort of under the door,
And
he
also,
has the,
avoided the fence and the door with his racket.
And the metal stanchion there going across the top of the frame.
And the backspin just to bring it back onto his side of the court. Well, they're looking at the hand of poor Garcia. He's injured, but he was playing okay. He was playing okay.
I haven't really noticed it.
But I'm sure it's painful. He's putting on a brave face. And that first set could have fallen either side.
So once again, just a little bit more treatment time. There's some stats. Just a bit more effective in terms of winning points. Bautista and Chozas, and they've actually been slightly better on serves. But Ramirez and Garcia have been really effective. Now that can't be right. You can't have 100% of break points converted by one pair and 25% of the other. I think it's must be 75-25. But saying what they've done is they've won the golden points, and that is a big factor. Okay, we're back live.
There's not enough on that.
Nope.
Way too weak, that smash.
And that one went out of the court. Went higher than certain rockets. Oof, once again, he was. I tell you what,
brave.
Never thought twice about going out again, did he?
That was brave.
I'm not going out there again.
This is the final match of the morning session.
Let's just say the first session, because it is actually 20 past 4.
It was the morning session, which carries into the early afternoon and then early evening, the second session. Or start and probably finish late night.
40-15.
Some really good games to look forward to in that second session here at the Wayfair Arena.
Game, San Diego. First game.
Okay. So they've won the set and they have won their opening serve. Always a good, very, very positive.
Now, you're watching first time or you want a few tips, Paul and I have produced a list. Minimise errors to win the game, control the net to win points,
Ramirez to serve.
aim the shots down the middle to reduce risk.
And be quite good.
That helps.
Okay.
Best use of lobs.
Ivan Ramirez serves
15
15
love.
love. But yeah, sometimes patience is very much a virtue, which comes under minimising errors.
Very low.
Bautista advances and his aggression takes that point.
30-15.
He doesn't get that one, but he would have been into the net
40-15.
anyhow. 40-15.
Tremendous hit. Definitely more points won on his smash than lost. Alberto Garcia.
All
Yeah,
By
serve
my
long.
count, 4 points have been lost on his smash that have come up short. Only problem is one of those points was the set point
game Houston.
by Bautista
1-all.
and Chozas. 1-1 in this second set as we approach the hour mark in this second match between Volts
Bautista
and
to serve.
Stingrays.
Bautista to serve. 1-all in the second set. Oof.
15 low. Very low.
Oh, back in the rhythm, I think. Just in.
Dos. Good, the ball that both players had trotted forward. Oh, trot is what I do. Dart forward.
Just in. Some excellent lobs in this game.
That's
And this
brilliant.
point-
That was brilliant. That was just
Really
it's
good.
slow. It was a great
Yeah.
little shot down the middle. Good bounce. And from such a big player, you wouldn't expect a bullet from Bautista. Always need to mix up your shots.
Wow, it's the backspin. You could see you just put the backspin on that,
That'd be
couldn't you?
better.
Game San Diego.
Served 2-love, 2-1 in the
2-1.
second set. So we just approached the hour
See
mark.
some great domilonas from Chozas. That set point was a candidate for would-be smash, of course, of the match. Definitely one of the points of the event here in Miami.
Viene bien tocada aquí, abajo.
Still having to work hard though, Chozas and Bautista. There's that drop shot with the backspin on it, absolutely impossible to get to.
Enjoying some of the highlights of a game that's going to pass the hour mark when the two teams return to this court. 2-1, Chozas Bautista lead in the second set. Garcia Ramirez to serve. It's with serve in the second set. First set, mammoth tie break. In the end, Chozas and Bautista taking that opening set.
So it's going to be Alberto Garcia to serve.
Time.
Looks to be okay, doesn't look to be in any trouble now. After
Alberto
that
Garcia to
nasty
serve.
knock on his hand. Took the skin off his knuckles, we've all done that as kids.
Slight bruising as well.
Yes, as you say, I think the big issue might be if that is going to swell up overnight.
Yeah, I think it will hamper him tomorrow if.
Once you finish it,
Yeah,
you put
if he plays
you put it in
in
an
ice.
ice bucket, don't you?
I hope to control that swelling, but they do have alternatives on the bench if Stingrays need to replace Alberto.
Love
Match day 2.
Okay, love 30. A bit of pressure again.
Red. Second service.
Love 40. A little bit loose there. We did comment that we thought that if Chozas and Bautista won the first set, that they might have fewer problems in the second. I'm not saying that's going to happen. And the fact is that tie-break, I never expected to last that long. It says a lot about Ramirez and Garcia.
They played very well, Pete was saying as well.
Game San Diego.
They've
3
been
games to 1.
playing better than they have done throughout the season. Both players separately, but together they're both playing very well.
Complement each other quite well, don't they? I think Ivan Ramirez obviously is busy, covers really well, and he just
Very few errors.
good foil for.
There we go, very few errors. There's one.
Very good foil for Alberto Garcia. We've all done it. 15 love.
But not as often as I
No, don't you
to
believe
say.
it?
I keep saying. Great smash into. Brilliant ground stroke. Go straight out.
Just
I
out.
didn't say. Good little chip lob.
15
Occasion
all.
goes long from Bautista.
Brilliant smash. Took it early.
30-15.
Power in it. 30-15.
He's still looking down at his hand every now and then.
Probably
Garcia.
gripping it, I would have thought.
Yeah, the
Gripping
grip. You might be able to hold that racket as firm. And also, I mean, it must be painful.
Just get that one, but helps it around again. Oy!
That approach volley
30
into the
all.
tape.
Just snatched it, didn't he? Was that when he could have actually moved inside and hit it forehand?
30 all.
Well, nicely disguised. Very, very nicely disguised.
See a couple of
40-30.
good fake smashes from Jairo Bautista.
And that's gone.
Game San Diego.
4-1 to Chozas and Bautista,
4
but
games to 1.
just the one break of serve, however, so far. So it looks bad, but it's still redeemable.
And the way that first set went, you can expect anything. Like I said, it's 4-1. Everyone will break. They battled back in that opening set, then found themselves ahead, couldn't convert at 6-5. In the tie-break, they had a set point, able to win it. Chozas with a remarkable smash, just some great points. Both sets of players playing very well in that tie-break. And in this second set, we're seeing less mistakes from Chozas. Also Bautista, who's been mixing up his shots.
Made him look like Lance Armstrong, that one.
I do hope they don't turn that camera on us, Paul.
I don't think they can do.
Yeah, we're in the darkness here.
Time.
Which is good, really, for the cameraman. Okay, ready to go. Just need to see
Also,
it.
we've got faces for radio, so...
Going to be brutally honest, if they're going to put an AI thing on top of it, it doesn't really matter.
No need.
Okay, Ivanchu Ramirez. Really needs to show. They need to show a little bit of personality here. I mean, they've shown plenty up to now, but they need to keep on in this game. Well played, clever.
Very low.
Lovely volley. Garcia. A very good net player. But,
40 low.
pinging off the
Well, we
fence,
said,
and there you go.
said they needed to show a bit.
Brilliant service game so far.
Be positive, and so far so good. Taken about 30 seconds, hasn't it? Yep. Well, there you go.
Hit with the top spin,
Two.
side spin. They've come back out from that break.
Brilliant.
Switch between ends with the right mindset. Hanging on to, well, not even hanging on, clearing.
Might want
Easy.
to clear that ball there first.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
side of the
it's
court.
dangerous.
Hmm.
Well,
Wow, well
spotted
seen.
by Ivanchu.
You see, I thought he was listening to us.
Also, that's fair play to Ivanchu because, you know, look up to see where the opponents are. Bautista.
Don't think you see. That's why you've got to move.
Ooh.
That's why I tell you what. You have got
kind
to.
of drifted back in again. I thought that was leaving the court.
Yeah, I thought it was miles out, but that shows why you can't leave a ball just
No.
outside the court.
Funny enough that he would have stepped
Right
on
on
that
it,
ball.
yeah.
And that's a very nasty injury.
That's twisted ankle, isn't it? At the very best.
Dormilona.
Very
Drop shot.
low.
Dormir is Spanish for
Sleep.
sleep. So
Send it to sleep.
send it to sleep.
Yeah, not a lot they could do with that one. 40 love.
40 low.
What a strange game. It took us, the first set ended up taking 50 minutes. And
And the second, mind you, it was really quick, the first few
Yeah.
games of the opening set. Wow. Back-to-back
Game,
love
Sunday
service
Stingrays.
games. So
They
4-1 has now become
5-2.
5-2. And Garcia will be serving to stay not just in the set,
but in the match.
in the match. Well, should this match end now, next game or the following game, of course you would get the post-match interview with the winners.
We will indeed. And afterwards,
Short break.
short break till 6 p.m, which is about an hour and a half away.
You can join us slightly before 6 p.m. If you want to watch the pre-match show,
So I wholeheartedly recommend.
good chance to watch the highlights.
If you're just tuning in,
Just yesterday, but also this morning.
if you're just tuning in, it'll be a chance to see what's happened in this early session.
Porque ellos siguen sin poder jugar en defensa.
I've got to get my hands on
New
those
ball.
tracksuit tops. It's got Stingrays on the back.
It's good, isn't it?
Kind of faded,
Yeah.
quite discreet, elegant,
When I went for my
stylish.
When I went for my much-needed caffeine boost, there were a couple of them walking by with the tracksuits on. They are very pleasant. They are very nice. Yeah, they've got like that sort of 1970s.
Vibe.
Yeah. There weren't many things in the 1970s that were particularly great, but some tracksuits were good.
Fashion.
The ones that didn't
Music.
have the ones that didn't have flares.
Fashion and music.
Ramirez. Two, sir.
Flares,
With new
Eric,
balls.
flares.
I
that's
wouldn't
all
say
I'm saying.
haircuts, but definitely fashion and music.
15 love.
15 love.
Another good smash. Alberto Garcia. Played out, playing through the pain, that was out.
30 love.
Must have just kissed
Just
the
yet,
side of the
just
court.
clip the fence. It's way down the line. Oh, that was...
40 love.
Chozas just forgot to get out the way.
Once again, another service game that we're flying
here.
through.
Whoops.
And the rebound, it might have had quite a bit of the sting taken out of it. And that's gone long, so
3
Game. Houston
love
ball.
service games.
San Diego Stingray lead.
But
5
now
to
is the
3.
moment of truth. They have to defend this serve from Alex Chozas, something they have done in the past.
I have broken Chozas earlier in the match. Need to do so again. Well, half volley.
15 love.
Not happy. Garcia with that mistake. Wasn't a difficult shot to return. Bautista winds up for another winner.
30 love.
30 love.
Ramirez just sort of sticks his racket out. Oh, just gets it over.
That was really well played by Bautista.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
kind of like
40
toyed
love.
with Alberto Garcia.
Once again, couldn't do much with that. 40 love. Are we going to see another love service game? Might get that one over there, Bautista. Handled it well, but I think this is going to be
Oh,
it.
brilliant put away.
Game.
Chozas.
6.
Yeah, well finished. Just there, you could just see he was going to kill that, couldn't you? So it finishes 7-6-9 on the tie break. 6-3 in 1 hour and 12 minutes. So that second set took about 20 minutes.
Well, those last 4 service games just flew by. And congratulations to Stingrays. Really
Yep.
good win in the men's doubles. That tie break was thrilling.
It was, wasn't it? That was absolutely. Once they won it, you always thought that perhaps Bautista and Chozas had the wind in their sails, didn't they? So great day for the Stingrays. Lucia Sainz and Vero Berceda, 6-4, 6-2.
Straight set victory.
And 7-6, 6-3 for Jairo Bautista and Alex Chozas.
And for a team that missed out on the Cities Cup at the Dougal Greenhouse, Brooklyn, New York, back in November, to take maximum points against a side that did qualify for the season finale last year, the Volts, who finished 6th in the final standings. It's a very good victory and goes to show that they made some good movements in the transfer market, and I'm sure Chozas will be very happy.
Well, against his former team.
Just remind viewers, after the break, Flow Rider Goats, Arkansas Matrix, Cancun Waves and Toronto Polar Bears do join us for those 2 matchups in that evening session.
Okay, we'll be back with you at 6 p.m. or just before. First of all, let's hear from our protagonists.
What a way to finish the first half of our day with this plate game. And now it's time to hear the voices of the winners.
Efectivamente, los protagonistas del partido, Jairo Bautista, Alex Chozas. Enhorabuena, chicos. Alex, cambias de equipo. El año pasado Cancún, el año pasado Houston, te enfrentabas a tu ex equipo. ¿Cómo te has sentido? Además, jugando con Jairo aquí nuevo, ese partido que os ponía 5-2 al principio, pero al final habéis sabido darle la vuelta. Enhorabuena.
The game started with a 5-2, but then you learned how to actually play this game and got the victory. And last year, you were playing with another team, so this was different.
Bueno, nada, un poquito de nervios. Los quiero mucho a mis ex equipo. Nada, son grandes personas. No sabía que iba a jugar así un poquito nervioso al principio, por eso creo que entramos medio así. Mis sensaciones, Jairo, bueno, creo que jugó un partidazo. Para mí es un gusto poder jugar con él. Hace poquito nos enfrentamos en contra y hoy poder jugar a su lado, nada, está muy bueno, así que muy contento por eso. Y nada, también contento por ayudar al equipo, que bueno, que este año es San Diego, que nos está ayudando muchísimo, así que bueno, nada, esto es para ellos.
A little bit nervous at the beginning because they were playing against their rivals, but well, the help that he had from his partner was amazing, and he's very happy for helping his team.
Y Jairo, nuevo aquí en esta PPL, bienvenido a la Pro Padel League. ¿Cómo te han acogido? Cuéntanos cómo ha sido la bienvenida al equipo, jugando además con Alex y ganando el primer partido que jugáis. Enhorabuena.
How do you feel because you're winning this first game and with your partner?
Bueno, pues la verdad que ha sido una buena acogida. Gracias a Gabriel, a Ryan y a todo el equipo por pensar en mí. Y bueno, y jugar contra Ale, que también jugamos en contra hace poquito. La verdad que es un gusto y un placer jugar con él.
He's glad to play with Ale because he had played against him, and he's thanking his partner and the whole team.
Pues enhorabuena a los chicos de San Diego Stingrays, consiguen la victoria las chicas, consiguen la victoria con chicos. Enhorabuena Jairo Bautista, Alex Chozas. Y enseguida estamos de vuelta a las 6 p.m. Sigue la acción aquí en la Pro Padel League. No se muevan. Hasta ahora.